Every day, a huge amount of our mental energy is used by the process called decision making. It is an interesting process that on one hand can help us to make progress in our life, but on the other hand, it can hold us back. And it's also something that we can't avoid, because even avoidance will have an impact on our life. So, let me take you on a short journey into our minds. At the very basis, when we make our decisions, our mind is running through a mental checklist. These are different options that you have to take into consideration. For example, if you want to go to the gym today, then there will be some advantages and some disadvantages to that decision. You want to go because you feel good after a gym session and you want to lose weight, but it will take time and you will miss out on meeting a friend who is visiting town. What often makes our decisions more complicated is the fact that each decision is linked with other decisions. In essence, we are often making groups of decisions at once. Let's say evening is approaching and you start to feel hungry. You can cook yourself a meal or order a takeaway. As you are saving money, you may lean towards cooking by yourself, but then you realize that you don't have all the ingredients. You could go to the shop and get the necessary ingredients, but that will take some time and you really need to finish the report that you are working on. Maybe you should just make a sandwich and call it a day. The more you keep thinking about it, the more options you have to consider, and what started as a simple decision turned into a serious energy drain. Another thing that can make decision making more difficult is wishing to make the right decision. I see many people being obsessed about right decisions, but the truth is that there is no such thing as a right or wrong decision. Let's break it down. We make decisions based on information that we have and beliefs that we hold. When we look back at our decisions and choices, we often think that we should have done things differently, but this is only because now you have additional information that you didn't have at the time of making the initial decision. So there is no point to beat yourself up as you didn't make the wrong decision. You actually made the best decision at the time with the information that was available. Another thing to consider when making decisions is second-order consequences. Basically, every decision that you make will have a consequence, and that consequence will have another consequence. Let's say you are in the gym and doing a workout. You feel a little strain in the muscle, but you decide to complete the workout. The next day, you find out that you have injured yourself and you have to take 2 weeks off from training. So there was a decision of completing the workout that resulted in a consequence, the injury. All our decisions can have short-term and long-term consequences, so it's important to consider them when making our decisions. Let's say that you invest in a new cryptocurrency and you are advised that you will make a serious return. You buy it and it starts going up. In a few months, you have made good money and you are advised to cash it out. But you want to make even more money, so you keep it. Suddenly, it drops to pennies and you have lost it all. There's no point to cash it out as the value is close to nothing. So you forget about it and move on with your life. But months later, the value picks up and peaks at an all-time high. You then cash it out and make 10 times more than what you would have made if you cashed it out when you were advised to do so. In this scenario, a seemingly wrong decision turned out to be the best decision. And that's how it is in our life. We have to do the things that don't give us immediate rewards. A few years ago, I was asked, what's the point of making videos on YouTube if you don't make any money from them? This person was focused on short-term benefits, while I was focusing on future potential. Today, the same videos generate income and give me an opportunity to improve people's lives. But here comes the really tough question. Why is it that we often know what is the right thing to do, but we decide not to do it? Why is it that we trade short-term enjoyment for our long-term goals? This could be watching TV instead of working on your new business plan, playing games instead of studying, or ordering junk food instead of cooking healthy meals. And the answer is that I don't know. There could be hundreds of reasons why it is happening, but here is what I do know about making decisions. Decision making is closely linked with our energy levels. So in order to make better decisions, you have to make them when your energy levels are high. This is especially important for decisions that can have a big influence on your life. This is why I like to plan out my week on Monday mornings when my mind is still fresh. I allocate time for different activities throughout the week, meaning that I have less decisions to make and more energy will be invested in other creative tasks. A lot of problems that we have in our life we create for ourselves by not planning our time. We find ourselves under the pressure to make urgent decisions because we didn't plan accordingly in the first place. So I wanted to share my personal productivity framework that I use to keep myself organized and in control of my life. It is a simple yet effective way to manage your time, energy, and optimize your decision making. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in another episode.